In this video, we are concentrating on the circulatory system. We are going to start off by looking at the heart. The heart has the role of pumping blood to all the other areas of your body. To understand the functions of the heart, you need to first of all understand its structure. The heart is always drawn as if you were looking at it on a person. This is important as it means the left and right are opposite. If we start off with the right hand side of the heart, we have the vena cava, which is a vein, the right atrium and the right ventricle. We then also have the pulmonary artery. On the left hand side, we have the pulmonary vein, the left atrium, the left ventricle and then the aorta, an artery. Veins and arteries are blood vessels, which we will look at in the next video. We are now going to follow the path of the blood through the heart, starting with the vena cava. Deoxygenated blood from the body enters the right atrium through the vena cava. The atrium contracts and forces the blood into the right ventricle. It's worth noting here that the two atria will contract at the same time. The right ventricle will then contract, and this forces the deoxygenated blood up to the pulmonary artery. This blood is then taken to the lungs, where it becomes oxygenated. The blood re-enters the heart from the lungs through the pulmonary vein. The blood is now oxygenated and can be pumped around the body. The blood again goes through the atrium and ventricle. The blood is pumped to the rest of the body by the left ventricle. You can see that the heart wall on the left is thicker than on the right. This difference is because the blood on the left is being pumped around the whole body and needs a larger pressure than the blood on the right, which is only going to the lungs. Despite this, the two ventricles also contract at the same time. Anyway, from the left ventricle the blood travels through the aorta to the body. When the blood is pushed out of the ventricles, there are heart valves which close to prevent any blood flowing back in the wrong direction. The heart also requires a good blood supply itself, in order to function. Blood is supplied to the heart through the coronary arteries. As with every organ, the heart can experience many different issues. The first one we are going to look at is to do with the valves. The heart valves are put under a lot of pressure all the time. This can lead to issues such as leaking or becoming stiff. This could lead to the person dying if the valves are not looked at. To overcome this, mechanical valves can be used. These valves are often made of polymers and last a long time. However, medicine has to be taken for the rest of the patient's life. Biological valves, made from animals, is another alternative. Despite no medication being required, these valves generally last for less than 15 years. Another issue with the heart occurs when the heart is beating too quick or too slow. A section of the heart, known as a natural pacemaker, sets the heart beating rhythm. If the natural pacemaker stops working, the amount of oxygen passed to the body could decrease. An artificial pacemaker is put in if this occurs. The artificial pacemaker will send electrical impulses to the heart to establish a regular rhythm. Artificial pacemakers only need regular checkups. Another issue that can arise is with the coronary arteries. These arteries can become narrow due to fatty substances clogging the arteries up. This reduces the blood flow to the heart muscles, which can cause heart attacks. Coronary heart disease is stopped by inserting a stent into the artery. Stents are metal grids which opens up the arteries. A little balloon is used to open up the stent and the blocked artery at the same time. Once the balloon is popped, the stent stays in place. These stents work for many blood vessels around the body. However, sometimes the stents aren't suitable. In these cases, bypass surgery, where sections of coronary arteries are replaced, is needed. If someone is at risk of this disease, doctors can give them statins. These reduce cholesterol levels and slows down the formation of fatty substances in the arteries. If total heart failure occurs, a heart transplant is required. However, hearts are not always readily available, so artificial hearts are used until one is. These hearts need a lot of machinery for them to work, so they are not a long-term solution.